Ladies and gentlemen, let's get started.
Thank you very much to my co-commentator there, Thierry Desmoulins. The French Bruce Willis is our referee today. He likes to keep the game flowing, so I'm expecting some fun. Nice deep kick off there, with Costi under the ball. Decent carry there. Warriors need to be quick over the ball today to secure, but that's a loose pass there. Bit undersold, Mickey. So the ball seems to have gone back. And ball to Tumpy, who's looking to clear. Doesn't quite make touch, and ball goes backwards from the contact from Simone Gaglione. And that is the result of not staying on your feet when you try to clear out a ruck. Alex Severa, member of the Warriors, there didn't stay on his feet. It's important to actually keep up. A decent little nudge approaching the Warriors 22 there. And first opportunity now to take a look at Porvo's set piece here and whether they can launch an attack from it. What is a really good position on the field. Four-man line out. So ideally, in rugby, when it comes to line-outs, you can have any number of people in that line-out, but right now the referee is just making sure that it is clear how many numbers that the attacking team, the team with the ball, is actually deploying in the line-out. Warriors choosing to front-load the line-out with Porvo.
On the wrong side.
The idea was good there to force the Warriors to actually move quite quickly. The throw appears to have not been straight. And now we have a Warrior scrum as a result. The Porvo typically pack quite a lot of prime beef into their pack, and have had a strong scrum the past couple seasons. The referee just ensuring that the front rows are lining up straight. It is actually illegal to drive on an angle into the scrum. Heavy engage, I can see the weight coming through there from both sides. Very good from the Warriors' perspective there, holding that drive, locking out nicely. And it looks like the Warriors have been penalised for being in front of the kicker. Now, obviously, you can't always be behind the kicker when he kicks the ball in open play, but you need to make an effort to go backwards. If you start running, or even if you stand still, you are going to be pinged to be offside. Borval opting to get some points on the board early doors.
If he didn't move someone out of the way, to then make the, it would have been
keeper's kick a little bit lower. Nice clean strike, straight to the points, 3 simple points. It's a good tactic there from Porvo. Obviously trying to make each visit into the opponent's half count, and it looks like the scoreboard is going to tick over, so the Warriors are going to need to tighten up their discipline already. Now in the modern game, the restart, the kickoff is actually, I would consider, what the fourth set piece with the scrum and the line, well, the third set piece you could call it. As the really skilled teams actually use it as an opportunity to even try and regain the ball. Decent chase coming, and that is a knock-on advantage being played there, and a good pick-up there from number 8, Ryan Ward, who has made a couple meters with a good, strong, aggressive carry. Actually, Sinitalo Nunez with a good, strong, aggressive carry as well, running onto the ball. Porvo getting out of the way on the floor, and a great bit of pass around the back there, releasing the speed merchants outside. Looks like the pass was deflected, but plays were coming back for an advantage.
Sorry, guys.
So most likely this is an advantage for the Porvo player also going off his feet. It's really hard in rugby to keep on your feet sometimes, but you've got to make the effort, and it doesn't matter if you find yourself on the wrong side of the ruck, you just shouldn't be there, even if it's an accident. So if you wander into the wrong part of the town into a bad neighbourhood and you end up in trouble, that's your fault. Decent nudge there from Tom, right into about 5 meters out from the try line, and take it, and yeah, we will now see if the darts of Mr. Martinez are as on point as usual. Oh, a little bit of confusion there from the Warriors. Trying to inject a bit of movement into the line-out, but didn't quite come up. But the ball has been retained, and that's a good aggressive carry once again by Mika Napi. Warriors really looking to move the ball with intent, but that's a turnover there to probably one of Porvo's most aggressive runners, national team Samu Petteri back. And the ball is now in touch. Quick line out there from the Warriors, and ooh, the intent is good. You can see the shape, but that time they were caught a bit flat-footed, which gave the Porvo blitz defense a chance to rush up and put them under pressure, and the ball got spilled. Joining me in the commentary box today is the mad, mighty Michigan man himself, the master of mischief, Mr. Patrick McSteen. Patrick, how are you, my friend?
I'm well, late as usual.
Fashionably. That's a really good drive there from the Warriors. Excellent work, standing up the front row. Oh, however, it looks like, yeah, being penalised for actually standing up. The move probably was initiated by the Warriors front row, and you can't do that. You've got to keep the drive straight and low.
Yeah, but that's like called once a season against that.
Yes.
So penalty to green, they'll kick the ball for touch. Advance them considerably down out of their end and then
As my daughter just said, that was a good kick. Not bad. Maybe a quick time to talk about the favourite feasting place of a warrior. Usually that is the hallowed halls of Valhalla, but as we don't have the option to die today and actually visit Valhalla, instead why don't we visit the Lazy Fox a bit later? What is the Lazy Fox, my daughter just said? I'm glad you asked. The Lazy Fox is a wonderful concept located in the heart of Helsinki, where you can get quality eats, quality treats, quality drinks, and I don't know what rhymes with drinks, but there is also an open mic on many occasions. If you want lovely food and drinks and company, head over to the Lazy Fox. If you want a bacchanal, head over to Aussie Bar, our long-time sponsors.
scrum the goal. The ball is now thrown in scrum.
Keep it down nice and low at this point now. That's really good work, really strong from the front row there, and a good kick, putting pressure on the back. That's really nicely gathered by Simone Gaglione again, the bottom of 14. Bit of a loose pass, yeah, and a knock on. I can see that Portavo are looking to counter-attack, trying to put some structure on. The Warriors are trying to shift the point of attack as well in these first few minutes. What would you do at this part of the field, Patrick, if you were the scrum half? What would you be calling?
Well, there's a lot of space on the left. So, looking like they're going to go to the right, and then peeling off a couple extra players to the left, could possibly set up a 4-on-2, 3-on-2. Any extra man from the Warriors on the inside this close provides a pretty good scoring opportunity. So I'm looking for them to go left.
Yeah, it's a good spot. There's quite a big blind side there for the Portavo wing to be covering.
Yeah, you hope to have a third of the field on the blind side. It looks like the fullback is covering a little bit on that side, but pick up the 8-man, bring it forward, scrum half goes left. Grabbing Liam, pull back on the other side. Right there, that's 5-on-3. And there's enough space to use it.
Thierry, the referee, intently looking at the front row and making sure they're behaving. That's good, good low body positions. Stood up a little bit there at the end, but much improved. Pass was slightly behind Tumpy there, which had made him have to check his run. But Warriors do regather. Good forward momentum yet again from Juha. Really using the hands of Mr. Gilliman to good effect there, having a second row as a distributor. And now we have Liam, good 2-on-1 tackle. Tackling needs to let go there, his knees are on the floor. Ruck speed. Yeah, ruck speed still a little bit slow, but Portavo offside again, laying, yeah.
So the hooker from Green got trapped near where he made the tackle. Not rolled away, he was obstructing the ball from coming up quickly. That's a full penalty. Whistle for raising a
Yeah, this is one penalty for the Warriors and maybe the third now for Portavo for this particular this particular infringement. So expect DEFCON 2 from the referee at some point.
Yeah, it looks like the referee gave him a significant warning that says the enemy is close to your try line, you have to stop doing penalties or we're going to really punish you for it. 7 meters out now.
Good carry, and also what I've noticed the difference from the last time I commentated is there are supporters with the ball carrier. Ball went backwards there. I think Warriors looking a little bit eager. They're standing a bit flat, which is causing the ball to go behind the player. And that was a great bit of defensive work there from Borvo. Jackling and causing the Warriors dude to hold on to the ball for too long.
Once you tackle to the ground, you have a moment or so to place the ball. But if you don't have support helping you protect the ball, that time frame goes away. Because then you're just stopping the other team from stealing the ball, which they have the right to do. So if you're unsupported, you have no time. If you're supported, maybe you have a minute or two. What happened there was not a lot of support. Discipline right away.
Borvo not out of the woods yet. Probably wanted a little bit more distance on that kick. But again, with the breeze, it's stronger than you think. And Warriors with 4 men in the line. That's oh, and that's a good break there for him. Here's some Martinez. Good work turning that ball over. Oh. The referee's hand, the ref's hands up for advantage. Thinking they're going to come back to that. That could be a yellow card.
Yeah, if you intentionally knock the ball down as opposed to catch it cleanly on defense, try for interception, it's generally a yellow card and sit out for 10 minutes.
Once again, the Warriors looking to play quickly, but slightly sloppy execution. Has seen Porvo turn the ball over. Regathered by Warriors, who came straight in on top of the tackler. Oh, and now they're strong here. We're going to see how fast everybody is. Mickey showing a good turn of pace there, and a really good chase from Porvo, and really, really good defensive work there from Pierre, because that would have been a penalty otherwise to Porvo. Two guys chasing and looking to jackal. Porvo stole the ball, however, and on the charge in the 22. Good clear out, that ball is out. Looking to move it out wide. Could well be an overlap there. Great attacking intent from Porvo. They've made 90 metres there with a great turnover. And they scored. Excellent work there from Porvo, really committing into the attack. And once again, for the second time, they have entered the Warriors 22. They have come away with points.
That was a massive counter-attack. A quick turnover, a long kick. The Warriors did well to cover that, but then it was the ball thereafter. And just couldn't quite get enough defensive men to the outside. And Porvo eventually snuck through in the corner.
Yes. I'm seeing a lot of good intent here from the Warriors, who are using forwards as their ball players, trying to distribute. They really are trying to go wide. Maybe they need to earn the right to go wide a little bit first, and by sending some numbers in and committing the defence. And also, I think the ruck speed needs to increase as well, because Porto are really lined up and they're really blitzing aggressively in the tackle.
Yeah, ruck speed is how you protect the ball and maintain position. And this, like many other games, is a game of position. That guys can't hurt you if you keep the ball.
Difficult side here for left-footed kicker. A really, really nice low trajectory there, and just short.
It looked like he was online for that kick, which which is tough. It was just a bit short. Perhaps the wind helped the Warriors.
Let's go! Right.
So 8 points to 0 right now. Warriors again with the restart. Good work and a really good chase I noticed from Mika Nati in the last restart, and managed to capitalise on the knocked on ball, and they did gain possession. Let's see what the Warriors do here. Right on the 10-metre line, excellent kick there, but good hands and spreading straight across the field to numbers. Warriors defensive line took a little bit of time to get into shape there, but good steal from Alex Avirinen, who went for the miracle ball, and instead of a miracle, it crashed down to reality quite soon. I like the way Porto are shifting the point of attack. What are you noticing, Patrick?
Well, they're big and strong and fast on the outside, so they're going to want to go outside all day. So far it's working pretty well for them.
And based off the previous couple scrums, Warriors do have an opportunity here to put the squeeze on and possibly turn the ball back over. Especially as the defending hooker can drive. That's a huge amount of weight coming through the scrum there. Ball shoveled on. Nice crisp hands, but a knock on, and that's going to be quite a lot of enforced errors in the back line at the moment.
Yeah, it's a shame because it slows the game down. It makes the big guys work that much harder because they have that many more scrums to do. It takes away a little bit of that open field excitement. I did see that Orville was really lined up deep, so they were not lining up flat. Everybody who touched the ball in that last phase was able to basically be going full speed when they caught the ball. Much harder to tackle when they're full speed, much harder to get in position in front of somebody when they're traveling full speed.
Go! Set!
Solid engage once again. Clean hook, and Warriors are dealing with the forward drive quite comfortably there. Now everyone's on side because of that deflection. Possibility of a knock on, yeah. So a fortunate result for the Warriors there. Great attacking position, especially with a solid scrum. You can expect to see something interesting happening here, I think.
Now the scrum is close to center field, so again, we have a lot of space on the left. The last time the Warriors were in this position, they opted to use extra men from half to put even more folks on the right. That seems to go inside this time. I should expect half players to move forward and to get involved in this. Which direction? We'll have to see. But man, I hope they go left.
Solid feed once again. That scrum's going nowhere. Putting a little bit of pressure on. And that's a decent feed to Matthias, who gains a bit of ground there. Ball secured. And good hands there from Krabby. Should have got two hands to that. My junior rugby teacher would have told me off. First time we've seen Mr. Lammy on the ball, and quick ruck speed and a good solid defensive hit there from Bordeaux, really stopping the momentum there of the move. Oh, and that was actually a really smart bit of play there from Atsu. because the Portugal guys were really blitzing up, and he managed to free the Warriors outside players with that dummy, but forward pass.
So in loose play, when the defense is like really coming up on you, if you throw the ball, oftentimes they can steal it and make a big break in the rather good field presence and vision by accident to hold on to that ball, let the defense go past it, and then throw it outside. Unfortunately, it's just a little bit forward. But had that been a clean pass, the next scrum would have been on the 5-yard line.
Yeah. Had dreams that they are Andre Dupont, in all fairness.
In the restraint, that's what's remarkable.
Really good gas there around the outside, but the Warriors drift defence covering quite decently there. Porto ended up with a 30-metre net gain from that scrum, so decent enough counter-attack, but really you want to be keeping hold of the ball if possible. So Warriors attacking line out here, just inside the Portugal half.
Yeah, classic example of using the sideline as an extra defender. So the Warriors were able to shepherd the attacking Shamrocks towards the sideline and eventually push the ball out.
Now this four-man setup from Portugal is Warriors ball right now, but Portugal are using this four-man line out with the two central lifters actually also acting as jumpers. Great catch there at the back of the lineup from Ale, the other man. And smart bit of play there from the Portugal flanker who caught Costi's arm just as he was about to pass the ball, forcing the knock on.
Come here, Shamrocks!
Yeah, it's pretty hard to throw the ball when someone has a good grip on like your elbow or anything. That's exactly right.
Looks like there's an injury here to the Portugal open side.
Everybody needs some tape and some water.
Unfortunately, no magic sponges are available here, but I can vouch for its healing properties.
Where I come from, they just said rub some dirt in it.
Ale, chútala todo el rato.
Looking possibly, unfortunately not a head knock, it looks like something on the lower half of the body. Oh, we're getting the ice spray out, so looks like a classic dead leg.
Yeah, when you see the white smoke, like the fog in the club, you know it's the ice spray.
Yeah, that's probably going to leave a bruise. Looking to string a couple phases together now, both teams I think. Let's see now with the restart where we go.
So far in the game, the Warriors pack has physically been dominating the Shamrocks. Infringements aside for not quite perfect technique, the Warriors are not moving backwards. And pretty consistently in the Shamrock pack. Yes, big problem.
Yeah, there's no worse feeling in the world than being at a scrum, you know that you're going to be walked backwards. And, yeah, it's a good bit of pressure once again. It's going to make the ball difficult to be dug out by the scrum half. To be honest, at this point, the number 8 needs to be helping out here and digging the ball out and carrying the ball up.
A little surprised that that wasn't a penalty because the scrum rotated significantly. And the Shamrocks were not able to maintain the shape and control their side of it. It looks like the ref just opted to have a duel, which is that happens again, it's a lot harder for him to explain later why it didn't call a penalty.
Another good push there, but Portable holding very well and spreading the ball. Good dummy runners. Getting the ball into the hands of Kazim Basari. Good competition on the floor there. That's slowing the ruck down. And I guess he was off his feet there, or maybe he either off his feet or he not releasing the tackle. I believe. Tight call. So tight, in fact, that the ref wasn't sure which way it actually was supposed to go, and now we realised that actually that was excellent play. Such are the fine margins in this game.
Yeah, we were wondering what the penalty might have been. It turns out that it was holding on by the Shamrocks, and the ref just initially indicated that.
Nice.
Maybe he thought he was reffing a football match for a second there. Sorry, soccer.
Football? What's that?
Dumpy's kicking really on point today. I have to say that's a really, really good result once again. White line fever here. I'm not talking Tony Montana, but for a forward, sniffing the try line so closely, there's a temptation to go for those white lines.
Okay, the ball's in. It looks like a maul. Krusty's nearly in. Ball's available. Pierre's got the ball, serves it out to Atsu. 5 players met Atsu at the line. He maintains possession. Well done. This is called the chisel. It's a 2-man drive to try and make a meter if you can right at the goal line. Another chisel. And he's over.
That's good play all round. I thought, to be honest, that Krusty might have put the move in jeopardy by breaking off so early from the driving maul early on. But we managed to retain the possession. And when it comes to the chisel, what was really impressive there was the hit is only the first part of it. The second part of it is the leg drive to get the defence moving backwards. So good smart play from the forwards who just ignored my advice and just went for the try line, and they got the results.
Now we have a relatively difficult conversion. Fortunately, he's right-footed, so he has a better opportunity here than he was on the other side.
Somebody going for the white bicycle shorts. Good. Really got the distance on the kick, slight hook on it, but now it's a 3-point ball game. 8 points to 5.
Ei tulla. Mä vielä täällä ylemmässä.
Patrick and John, the commentary team, not the commentary team that you need, the commentary team that you deserve.
Important to score.
Looks like the forwards are going to be, as you rightly pointed out, Warriors' route into getting points on the board and dominating this game. The set piece advantage is looking good at the moment in the scrum. Portable do have a slight upper hand if he is on the line out, especially on the attacking ball. But there have been many infringements from Portable forwards on the floor, which put them under pressure.
Yeah, typically what you find is the ref gets less patient with that over time in the course of the game. Later in the game, closer to the goal line, he's going to have enough of it, and he's going to start to issue penalties, and if those add up, 2 penalties, 3 penalties, then it's a win. Wouldn't be surprised if that happens.
So because that kick went out on the fall, it's going to be a Warriors scrum, which so far has been bread and butter for the Warriors. The Portable guys need to cut out the knock-ons and also mistakes like this, which will take away one of the Warriors' advantages right now in the game.
So the scrum is middle of the field left to right, middle of the field north and south. Lots of space on both sides, lots of options. It's interesting to see how the Warriors set up and where they try and put extra men and make that play.
Solid engage once again. Like the Rock of Gibraltar, that scrum, it's not going anywhere. And Costi picking up and creating space out wide for the Warriors, who've made a good 30 metres there. That was a smart move. Costi picking up and passing to 9. Quick ball from the base here. Juha once again moving onto the ball and creating a good bit of momentum. Good clear out there as well. Actually moving the point of attack. Now there are numbers here if worked correctly. Good step from Nicky. Stays on his feet, looks for support and hits the ground as the support arrives. And it looks like there's a turnover there. That ball is out to the back of the ruck. Good work there from Bordeaux.
Not so sure about that one. Oh, another turnover though. Oh, back to Bordeaux.
Yeah, committed the cardinal sin of keeping his eyes on the defender and not the ball before he picked it up. Bordeaux not choosing to kick because they're pretty central right now. Looking to at least try and give their kicker a bit more of an angle. And unfortunately, they have knocked on, and now we have a scrum in the middle of the field. I'm always a big believer of clearing the lines when in your own 22. What do you think, Pat?
Well, the wind's pretty stiff, so if you kick the ball up at all, it'll hang up and not go very far. It's risky in some ways, but safer in others to just pass the ball to the big guys. I think getting 15 yards on a kick is preferable to knock on in a turnover where the Warriors get scrum 25 meters out, which is what we're looking at right now.
I think Costi, the Warriors number 8, chose to pick up because the scrum has been so solid, so they can run some backline moves with him involved. It's a good pass there, and possibly overcooked that. That's going to go dead.
So one of the things that changes every game is actually how big the field is. Today's pitch has relatively small try zones, so if you do want to kick the ball forward and hope one of your teammates can run it, try zone, it's just a few meters to it. It's not a big space. So you have to have a perfect touch. So it's a challenging move to pull off.
Clearly the ball hanging up in the air there as the breeze picks up, and that ball squirted out the back of the ruck. And Bordeaux with good pressure there, looking to turn the ball over, but it looks like the Warriors have managed to retain the ball. And Pierre with the smart option there, but again the wind taking the ball quite far forward. Friendly bounce for the Warriors and good cover, but we have offside, I believe. Yeah. Costi looking to keep ball in hand. Oh, quite an ambitious pass there, putting a lot of pressure on the outside centre. I believe my children are tickling me from underneath the bench, so apologies for any disturbances.
No. Those giggles of yours are yours. Minor distractions on the side. It looks like a scrum to Corvo just about outside their 22. Again, a fair amount of loose play, a fair amount of bouncing ball, and either side doing a great job of holding on.
Yeah, attacking. This may be the 4th or 5th time the Warriors have had a scrum here in attacking position. really need to make this count now, especially if it appears the Warriors are going to be getting this position often. Oh, so I apologise, there's a Porvo scrum. Great pressure through again. The ball was actually moved out, but looks like there was a knock-on from the Porvo scrum half at the base. Really is difficult to dig the ball out of the scrum moving backwards. Once again, I think the Porvo number 8 can help by getting his hands in there, picking the ball up, and giving the scrum half less to do.
Yeah, I can attest to that as a former number 9. When the scrum is moving backwards, under great pressure, everybody's moving their legs back to slow down the avalanche of pressure, and they kick that ball all over the place. So it's very difficult to get in there, get under the pile of bodies, grab that ball, and get it out of your hands and into the hands. Here's the weak side play we were hoping for. Maybe called the knock-on for that turnover. Nope, going on. Green ball. There was an attempt at a clearance kick, which actually went backwards. Porvo looks like it has the ball. Oh, almost stolen. It's going to be scrum to green.
Both teams clearly have a structure they're trying to implement. A little bit rushing. I think the execution is being a little bit late, which is forcing these snatch passes. And it looks like that's half time. Porvo playing well and being way more clinical than the Warriors by getting points both times that they actually went into the Warriors 22, so 100% strike rate from Porvo, which is excellent and clinical. Warriors, on the other hand, have been in the Porvo 22 several times, more than half a dozen, and have come away so far with a single try. Really good structure there, and Alright, looks like the teams are coming back in. Testing. Yeah, that's better. So an entertaining first half there. Porvo deservedly, through merit of their execution in Warriors half, still in the lead. And another restart. Good high hanging restart there, giving the Warriors a chance to get underneath and put pressure on. There's a knock on. So great result there from Warriors, who have now regathered the ball in the Porvo half. Actually making some ground. Looks like he managed to hand the ball off in the carry. And yeah, they're definitely using Ale, the second row, as a second distributor. Tumpy now, playmaker, having the ball in midfield, working a 3-on-2. Mickey stepping inside, possibly the wrong way there, but Matias on hand to take the ball forward again. And now Camp just outside the Porvo 22. Bit of a high ball there for Costi, bit of a rib breaker, but he took it nicely and went forward. Really good ball speed there. The Warriors forward, pushing the ball back, making it available. And Tumpy finding space now. Porvo's defensive shape is good. And that is a penalty, probably for not releasing the tackler or being on the wrong side of the ruck. But the speed is coming again. Tumpy now looking good to create space. Attacks the goal line again. And we're coming back for an advantage. Probably not. Porvo guys probably not 10 metres, right? Yeah, they weren't 10 metres from when Tumpy took the tap. You've got to let the guy run 10 metres. It's oh, that was a friendly hug right there from the Porvo blind side. Warriors a little bit flat-footed. Good low tackle there from Atsu, but because of the Warriors' support, he still managed to go forward. Anthony with great hands there. The Warriors hooker releasing Matthias, who gains a couple extra meters. Actually, once again, he's really on the ball. And tempo, execution, ruck speed, everything is cranked up a notch here from the Warriors, and deservedly scored a try there. All resulting from regaining the ball from the restart.
Yeah, that's definitely what the Warriors wanted to do with the restart. Lots of momentum, capitalized on a few mistakes, good heads-up play, good ball distribution, and then just really hard work at the top.
Actually, looks like he needs a little rest. Back on his feet again. Front rows do tend to have little sneezes during the games. Totally normal.
So Axel should be careful because rugby players are known to eat their dead. If he lays on the field too long, he might become bitter.
Not entirely sure why there's a little break here. Something now setting up. So he hooked the first one, he's probably going to readjust, and now we're into the breeze. Naturally, it's going to fade. Decent kick there. Into the breeze. And here we go. 12 points to 8.
Time for another restart. The Warriors looked a little fired up. That first 2-3 minutes of this half went exactly how they wanted it to. I think they were playing their game their way. Feel quite a bit of momentum in this next
Yeah, correct. All the major inroads were made from front football, meaning the Warriors were running onto the ball at pace and winning those collisions. I don't particularly like the word collisions, but winning those tackle areas and those contacts.
Yeah, it's simple physics. The guy moving faster is going to push the other guy into place.
That was a really good little kick-off there, put a lot of pressure onto Juha, but really soft hands and managed to gather it running backwards. Penalty advantage, I believe, for Porvo, causing issues. Probably driving when on his feet. Yeah, exactly. You can't support your body weight with your hands. You need to keep your feet underneath you at the ruck. So even though that was a real good, strong drive from the open side, yeah, unfortunately, that has resulted in a penalty for the Warriors.
Okay, so Tumpy kicked low because he knew he was kicking into the wind, but he did not get the ball straight on. So Porvo was able to handle it cleanly and is now counterattack. Clean ruck. Porvo sends the ball out right.
Yeah, we haven't seen. Oh, it's a good carry there. Stayed on his feet. The step, changing the point of attack, not running into the tree, but running through the branches, and hanging the high ball up. It's a good kick. It's a good kick. Lots of potential there to put Lammy under pressure, but the cool head that he is. Apparently, there's something shaved into the back of his head at the moment. No, that would not be a 50-20 because it did not cross the 22-metre line before bouncing into touch.
So the touch judge thought that was this obscure new rule, 50-20, but since the ball didn't get kicked from one side of the 50 beyond the 22, it's Warriors ball, good throw in, good kick, there's our ball, costing you the breakout.
Both teams just kind of stood there then, which was interesting. I think the Warriors had like a 5-on-2 advantage in the driving ball, and Juha deciding that he's going through at that point.
Yeah, Yuha just proved the point about momentum. Wow.
A little bit starting there from the Warriors backline, but also very good chase defence from Portugal. Quite high risk because Portugal were not going up as a unit. There was ones and twos flying out of the line, but the pressure told, and they saw that the Warriors were flat, and now we have, I believe, is going to be Portugal ball. Our referee today, Mr. Demoulin Thierry, learned his trade in the 2nd and 3rd division of French regional rugby. So the man knows all the tricks of the trade, all the skullduggery. He was probably invented half a dozen of them himself, so you need to be on your best behaviour and point your piece of use from Mr. Demoulin.
Let's see what the Warriors can do defensively with this scrum. They can push back. Very hard to go clean the
Here we go!
fly half. Goes the ball out wide. Rough pass. There's a turnover. Mommy on the run. Mickey scoops it up with a little space.
Matthias could have actually burst onto the ball a bit harder there. He was hanging back waiting for the ball. That would have given him... Juha has decided to win the game. By himself, apparently. Really, really good work.
A much smaller player tried to get under Juha, and that didn't work well.
Good defensive scramble there from Portugal. But yes, looks like the Warriors going off their feet once again at the ruck. Promising attack there. Warriors actually stringing several phases together now. There's more cohesion. Porvo scrambling in defence. But really good defensive work, keeping the Warriors just outside the 22. And an excellent kick there to take Porvo up to the halfway line. Both teams attacking from left to right have struggled to get ball to hand when doing the wide passes, and I believe that is because the breeze is blowing the ball slightly behind the players, so you need to go a little bit deeper if the breeze is in your face.
So the Warriors were questioning the touch judge on just how many meters seems like a fair point.
I think it's more art than science, touch judgery. 4-man split again. Interesting, yeah. It's very simple but effective. It makes the Warriors lifters think and have to move quickly and react. So it's a nice line out there for Porto. Pump the ball up and good gather there from the Warriors. Liam Beckett, Heisenberg himself. Very slow ball here. They're going to need to like rumble up a bit. It's a good attempt to get the ball behind the Porto players, but looked like the winger was covering there, possibly with a good smash. Now he's standing still when he takes that, which is giving Juha the opportunity to come up and hit him behind the game line. Porto need to get now on the front foot a little bit more. It's a good kick once again. Lamy with good hands. Releasing Krabi, who smartly runs between the gap and the forwards. And Johannes, because of the lack of defensive structure, is backing himself and spotting space. Samuel with a good hit there on Lamy. Apologies, that was the portable hooker, Mr. Alejandro. Axel once again taking the ball up, using his body weight. Portable in over there. That was almost a drop ball from Tumpy, who was organising the back line there, but went backwards. Has found the winger out of position and is kicked behind. And looks like we are coming back for a knock-on.
It's So at one point in that last series, you could hear the backs on the outside yelling for the ball because they had a 5-on-1 over. Warriors responding to that properly and trying to send the ball wide. But a little bit of wind, a little bit of hurry. Pass wasn't quite clean. It ended up on the ground. And 2 or 3 soccer/football kicks later, the Warriors were able to scoop up the ball, but it ended in a knock-on. About 12 meters out from the Shamrocks line.
As we take a break here, as actually pulls the superhero pose, as Spider-Man or Captain America lands on Earth. Talking of overloads, if your stomach is in need of an overload, I would suggest you get yourself down to the Lazy Fox later. They serve all-day breakfasts, they serve all-day beer. There is an open mic at some point during the week. It's a lovely place. It's run by an Australian. They know how to do the things that matter in life. And then for later on, get yourself down to Aussie Bar. Go to Aussie Bar. Aussie Bar isn't a place. It's a philosophy. It is anytime there's a party. It is cheers, but it is also a bit Hotel California as well. Because let's be honest, you can't leave.
Certainly not before last call.
Porvo, very important scrum for them now, just outside their 22. He's not going to be able to clear directly, I believe, into touch, if the ball is passed back inside. So, bearing in mind the Warriors have had a bit of an upper hand in scrums, this ball needs to be safe and secure, or I would opt for the quick channel one ball, get the ball out quick, and then bang it as far downfield as possible. The ball has been turned over. Good option. Needed the execution there, but trying to get the points on the board.
So the Warriors did so well with the scrum that the ball ended up coming out behind their side. Dumping the fly operates to do a drop kick. Had he made that through the uprights, that's worth 3 points. Now it's a restart. To put it on. It looks like a 22-meter drop kick.
Yeah, that ball just most likely the Porvo, going back to that scrum, the Porvo hooker probably didn't have the opportunity to hook because there was so much pressure coming through. You need a leg to hook, and the Warriors basically just drove over the top of the ball. 15% less snatching from the Warriors and rushing moves, and I think things will start to click. With Porvo, if their tactic of putting pressure on the Warriors back three through midfield, box, high balls, high kicks is going to work, their chase is going to need to be more aggressive. And that has gone through the hands of the fullback, and that was it was close to being a bit of a dangerous tackle, but play is going on. Porvo fullback is down at the moment. Let's see how the play progresses.
Well, they're stopping play for an injury because that one could be serious. The Porvo fullback is kind of slipping and falling. Just coincidentally, accidentally, as a word, was coming in and tackling. So he got hit in looks like the head of the neck. Things like that can happen from time to time. They are essentially accidents, so it's not really a penalty. It's just an awful, unfortunate thing that can happen.
Yeah, if memory serves, Matias actually had a good, the Warriors player had a good body angle there. He was at a good height. Shoulders and hips were quite low. Unfortunately, the Porvo player was slipping. So, a bit of a high contact, but lots of mitigation there. Thierry opting for the strike.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you have to protect the safety of a player and make sure that the injury isn't serious, or if it is, that it gets dealt with properly and right away. So you have to stop the game. A little bit of bad luck for the Warriors because they're 3-1 in the bottom. They have quite a few extra players to the inside. So if players continue that, it boded well for them. Scrum the yellow.
Another really enticing position. There's a good 15-metre blindside there. Foster keeping the ball in, keeping the pressure on, looking for that penalty, but the ball squirts out. That is a knock-on from Portable, so advantage will be played. Chipping the ball. Matthias unfortunately getting caught there because the pass came from behind him. Yeah, the execution of the pass at the moment is not being helped because the Warriors are creeping up a little bit flat, which is causing the ball to maybe go behind, and it's stopping the momentum, and it's also giving Porvo a chance to run up.
Yeah, Porvo's getting their hands on the Warriors' passes. That's risky because of getting into a yellow card. It looks like it's actually not on the ball. So far, the ref hasn't seen anything that warrants a yellow card. If that happens a little more, sooner or later, it's going to be a
But again, the knock-on is giving the Warriors basically the same scrum. Warriors number 8, Kossi, needs to work on keeping the ball in if the Warriors have a push on. It's a good solid bit of defence there from Porvo. Porvo scrum up might be offside there. Tumpy taking the ball up, playing the advantage. Now whatever happens here, Warriors should really aim to execute. And that ball has been spilled in the contact, but we're going to come back for the initial offside. 4-point game conversion might make sense, but it's only going to be a converted try, space between the sides. I'd probably go for the scrum work again, if I'm being honest, or maybe go into the corner. And Tumpy opting to tap and keep the ball in hand, keeping the momentum of the game up, and that's a good offload there to Hooker, Anthony Martinez, who has scored the second try today. Anthony's a bit of a lurker out there on the wing. Despite his body shape, he blends in, and sometimes he pops up in good positions, and that was good supporting play there, reacting to Tumpy, who was keeping the pace up.
Brilliant scrum, Warriors!
Yeah, this is going to be a very tough kick. Tumpy playing the wind quite nicely there. You can see the ball fading in towards the posts. 11-point ball game now, so more than a converted try between the teams. What Porvo needs to do now to change the momentum of this game and regain the lead.
Well, they need to hold on to the ball. Go Marco! Go Marco! Ruck can get the ball out.
Yeah, there's been a couple of instances where Porvo have opted for the hike, the box kick and the chase in the middle of the field. If you're going to commit to that tactic, you need strong chase to put the pressure on, to force the unforced error from the Warriors, or to try and regain the ball with the tackle. Time's off for a second. Jerry's checking his training schedule. time back on now. Overall lining up kind of narrow, if I'm being honest. That right now, for instance, the only Portugal player on the left side of the field is the winger. And we have a penalty here for not rolling away the tackle. So when you actually make the tackle, you need to do your best to get out of the way so the ball is playable by attack or defence. You can't like lay on top of it like it's a grenade tossed into a bunker.
Okay, so since that was a penalty and the ball went straight out on the fly, it's Warriors throwing where the ball comes.
Excellent kick there, low trajectory from Tumpy. His kicking out of hand today has been, in general, very good. And one of those rare things Warriors lined. Haven't been too many lineouts in the game today, but Warriors have been winning that back ball. But opting to go to the front, and that is a good take once again by Ala. He's been playing well today, Ala, and then he's claimed a couple of balls in the lineup and also acting as that distributor as well. Yeah, nice passing. Pierre forgetting that he's a scrum half and taking the ball up. Now giving Mickey the chance to step inside, and good grab there from Samu because Mickey was away. Flat again from the Warriors. Actually opting to take the front and go forward. Looks like Tumpy is okay, he's back on his feet. But that's a turnover there from the open side. Good play, that's what all good open sides should do. Yeah, that Mikanarhi needed to make that tackle because there was open field there. But Portugal lining up very narrow and very flat. They were chasing the ball there instead of looking at the space, unfortunately. If they'd stayed wider, there would have been a really good opportunity there for attacking down this near side of the field.
Yeah, it just seemed like they were not quite in position or ready to go, and the ball was sent down. We're going to have our first substitutions.
So Sambo Malkia coming on in the front row. The Rock of Gibraltar. And Green Line is coming off. Mr. Kane Donaldson, excellent shift, sir.
Nice and steady, Warriors!
Taking a bit of time to get these scrums going, and with so many scrums, I'd like to see that speed up a little bit, if it's possible.
It always takes another minute or so when there's a new front row player coming in.
Some good weight coming in from board with a front row change, making a bit of a difference there. Now that's good front foot ball with Mickey taking the ball at pace, getting through Samu. Excellent defensive work there from the Portugal flanker, but quick recycle to the Warriors. Slow ruck speed there, and that's a result of good defensive work there from Portugal's 8, Stephen Rogers, aka Swedish Captain America.
Yeah, really good ruck speed. Good support. The Warriors were there.
Old school torpedo kick there from the number 8. Love a torpedo kick. And looks like Marko Salet Rasputin, the mad Russian, is on the field.
Agreed.
Hide your wives.
Clean up a bit.
I like this four-man setup. It really does make me think. Oh, and Yogi Jesus has risen. The ball now to cross Steve. There's not really a chase for the ball, which has allowed him to get ahead of steam and really take the ball out. Paul was brought this to his ankle, I think they're trying to get in. And Juha and actually using Newton's cradle to front. Maybe slightly less than the winning of the ball. Paul really making the run a corridor of uncertainty right now. Tuppy had a very good hit there to stall the momentum, but we're going to come back to what looks like an injury to Sinitalo Nunez. Didn't see what happened there, but looks like he's coming off.
So there was a big turnover there. Rules require that when you enter a ruck, you enter from behind. There's this thing called the gate. It's a very narrow passage that the player who wants to ruck needs to stay. Sometimes when the ruck is on the other side of the ruck that's forming, it's a little easier to spray outside of the channel and make a big impact. It's pretty clear that
Yeah, it kind of operates in the same way as the line of scrimmage in American football, where the ball is the line, and when you're doing these restarts, or when the offside line basically moves around the ball and you need to approach it from behind. Bit of a weight difference there in the last scrum, which actually saw Porvo get the first nudge of the day. Let's see if that was a blip or a trend with this new front row. Looks like every front row's dream has happened, where the tight head is now actually playing scrum half. Good bit of weight there from the Warriors, but actually Porvo managed to Samu with the kick through. Good covering there, but we're going to come back for not straight drive, I think that horizontal arm elbow move, not like a 90s backup dancer move, it's actually what it means is the drive of the scrum probably is not straight. Porvo keeping the ball, up into tap and move. Kicks well in terms of retaining possession for Porvo so far, but that's a good pass there. Mickey with a good tackle on the outside centre. Slow ruck speed due to a really good, solid competition there at the ruck from the Warriors, which is slowed the play down now and is going to give the opportunity for yes. Average pass there from the Porvo scrum half, but now they're looking to shift it and. A three-headed goat has just been born in Jerusalem. The sky has just opened up and I have seen the eye of God, and a hooker has just scored a hat-trick. Anthony Martinez is definitely getting multiple fines today. That was great play from Mr. Martinez. He saw that the momentum had gone out of the Portavo's ball speed, and he picked an angle and snaffled up a nice little try. And don't be there with the simple conversion there.
Yeah, that's often the price you pay for not throwing the crisp, fast, low pass. That was a fairly high floating pass. It was flat, and Martinez was well outside. Pretty easily charged through the line and with a straight line. Score 5 directly in the post.
I'd like to see Portavo now in the next few minutes to keep holding the ball. And remember, this, with big units that they have, it is difficult, yes, to be constantly moving and looking to run onto the ball at speed, but that's the way in which they're going to put the pressure on the Warriors. And that's the 2 tries that they've scored have come from turnovers, running onto the ball at speed and breaching the line. So big effort here in the last 20. Only two converted tries in it, pretty much. Warriors making several changes in the pack. Iiro Wuotila, aka Michael Jordan, the vegan Michael Jordan, on in the front row. In place of Atsu Nunez. Lots of good ball carrying from him again today. He's working his way up to full fitness.
Julle came on.
With a prop, that's a never-ending journey, I know. And Jesse Club sandwich on. The man likes to run with the ball in hand. In place of blindside Mika Narhi, who once again is impressed. Couldn't be a better result really for Portavo from that kick. That's the dangers of letting the ball bounce in rugby. You never know where it's going to go, and it looks like it's going to be a defensive line about 5 metres out from the Warriors' try line. A little bit of a positional adjustment there from the referee. That's a great defensive lift there from Portavo, who have managed to turn the ball over and now have gathered in a really promising position. That's a try. Portavo's line-out has definitely been one of their strongest suits today. That was a good lift at the back. They are used to being moved around and lifting and jumping. The attack was enough, and then I believe it was Portavo's 8. Captain America, Stephen Rogers, once again.
Yeah, it looked like the hooker threw the ball just a little bit too high. He cleared the whole line out and bounced in open field. And the first man there was from Portavo. Made a strong run, threw a couple tackles, and was able to get across the try line. Just a bit
Now we're a bit later in the game. I have to say the Warriors are quite upright there. There was a little bit of arm grabbing going on. Needed a lower tackling position from the forwards.
especially this far back. The kick is ugly, but it's good.
Unfortunately, I don't have this gentleman's name because the team sheet that was given me doesn't have a number 20 on it. But there was a good little kick there, good little daisy cut. Now the game's looking interesting. 9-point game. 2 tries, 10 minutes left. All to play for here. Portavoe got into that position from a Warriors mistake from the kickoff, not actually catching the ball. Put the pressure on in the line-out, which has been one of their tools of strength today, and scored a try.
It's time for the Warriors to really focus and make sure that they don't open the door for these guys to come back. A bunch of strong and talented players on a tough side. You shouldn't give guys like that a chance.
Excellent run, kick-off there from the Warriors. Spotting the 10-meter gap. And unfortunately, no, sorry, I apologise. Excellent defensive play there from Porvoo. Going straight in over the top and jackling. Retaining the ball, forcing the turnover. And they're choosing to play from the 22, which is bold. It's going to be hard work to get down the field. That is also a great bit of defensive work there from Mikko Gröndal. Good little, tiny little rumble, but there's going to be a long way to go if they're going to be battering the door this way. But keeping hold of the ball. Need to be clinical now. And Samu forcing a 2-on-1, and a good tackle there, which is forcing the knock-on, but we are coming back for an advantage.
Careful about the offsides.
Looks like the Warriors' defensive jackal was not on his feet or was imitating a fox, if I was reading Thierry's hand sign as well.
Perhaps a mole digging through the underbrush.
Some sort of feral woodland creature. The world's most felt from half now on the ball. Tap and go. Good tackle, and as you can see, there's a little bit of upright tackling creeping into the game right now, because as the big boys start getting tired. That's a tiny little rumble, 10 more meters. Oh, and that's a good save there from Michael Jordan, but Stefan Rogers once again passing on to Pendle Larson. Good defensive tackle, and the long prevents Warriors from jackling. The Porvoo boys are now in the Warriors' half of the field. First time since the try. Samuel with a good carry there. Warriors a little bit slow to compete for the ball there, which is giving Porvoo a lot of momentum going forward. Lower hit there has stopped the number 8, Porvoo number 8 from going forwards. And it looks like there's an advantage being played again. Porvoo turning the heat up. Mad Russian got tackled there. And we're going to be coming back. Not rolling away. Ball speed and good aggressive running, really starting to swing the momentum here.
Let's get those
They're
tackles!
keeping the ball in hand again.
Yay!
Big hit. Warriors slightly late to come in for the jackal. Porvoo clearly on the upper hand right now, but that's a backwards run there from the scrum half. Losing a bit of
Warriors!
losing a little bit of field position. Slow ball. Let's see what Porvoo do. No, it's a run once again. Route 1 rugby, I would say. Oh, and that's a lose. Oh, it's a great gather from the winger.
Come on!
Kazim Basari. But again, there's an advantage. Third ruck penalty the Warriors are giving away in a row. They are in danger of getting slightly more severe sanctions at some point.
Yeah, here's the chat with the captain, which usually means clean it up.
Yeah, referees don't like things when they happen 3 times. Go for posts. Ooh. That's going to take them to within 7 points, but that's still going to require Porvoo to score twice. Personally, with the line-out function in the way it is, I would have gone for the corner. As I don't believe they've actually lost, well, they've lost 1 line-out so far today. This really needs to go over. Drilled that. Drilled it. that ball was going through no matter what. There was a good solid contact in the sort of wind.
So now it's a 7-point game.
Go Warriors, let's go back down there. Solid defense, Warriors.
Past couple of minutes have been by far and away the most ball that Portugal have had. They strung it together. They're using their runners. They are, to be honest, they did it the hard way in a way by running out from the 22, but it worked. They've worked. They put the Warriors under pressure. They bent the defensive line out of shape, and now it's a 7-point ball game. Dropping it in deep, which is giving the Portugal boys quite a run up there. Defensive ruck. Doesn't seem to be any advantages being played at the moment, just a bit of a mess that needs to be tidied up. That ball appears to be out and going a bit lateral. Straightened up again by the Portugal number 8. He's really impressed me today, actually, with good strong carries, and he's been one of the difference makers for Portugal.
Solid. No penalties. Good, Marco.
Good hit there. Mr. Anderson there, giving away the penalty, going off his feet. Good, strong run yet again. Portugal really got their tails up right now, and that's a really strong bit of defensive work there from Kumpi, I believe, once again. He really is very good at making plays that shift the momentum. But really solid work again from Portugal. Getting their big ball runners on the ball, straightening up. Every time they straighten up, they're putting the Warriors under pressure. That's staying in field because it it's a good hit. Again from Tumby. Very, very solid competition on the ball. And Tumby going for the drop ball. Excellent work there. That was a pressure kick. His kicking action was smooth. He took his time there and really made sure that he got that through, especially against the breeze. That was a really, really good kick.
Absolutely crucial for the outcome of the game. Now Portugal needs to score twice, not a converted try at a time. It's not 7 points, now it's 10 points. 2 points for the Rugby.
Let's get that first tackle in there, Warriors. Great, don't go too far.
Maybe that decision to take the 3 points instead of going for the corner is really going to have an impact in these last few minutes from the Portugal perspective. Time off. Another substitution. Well, Marco's already on the field, so that's not Marco coming on the field. Portugal number 17 joining the fray. Another absolute unit. Warriors also looking to make a substitution. Yoga Jesus coming off for the oldest man in Finnish rugby, Jarkko Ville.
Jarkko is not even the oldest guy on our team on the pitch.
Legend says he was born with a rugby ball. The rarely seen dummy kickoff. That's a hell of a kick. Yeah. Rangers once again are letting the ball bounce. Okay, it's going to be a Warriors defensive line-out, but this is a Portugal special.
One, Warriors!
Very, very good kick. Put a lot of pressure on the Warriors catches there.
So this spelled trouble for the Warriors last time. We need a clean kick. Are we going to have another conversation with the touch judge from the ref? I feel like the ref is not happy with this touch judge and how he's calling it. Seems pretty clear.
And you can pay for Thierry's Touch Judge Masterclass on PayPal for $200 a month. Really good pressure once again from Portavaux. They're throwing bodies up all over the field, and a club sandwich again with really strong rumble. Tidied up what was looking to be a bit of a mess, but Portavaux have come away with the ball.
Yes, good tackle.
Busts through tackles there, straight through the Warriors inside centre. Strong counter ruck, but Portavaux looked to have secured. Yeah, a little bit static there from the Portavaux guys, not running onto the ball, but the leg drive saves it there, and that's a turnover. Do we have an offside?
Come on, come on, come on!
Perhaps joining from the, not quite the back, I think Jewel actually, the Warriors forward, kind of swam up the side of one of the rucks. Now Portavaux have got a couple of minutes left. And they go for the post again. It's an interesting choice. Yeah, it's going to be a converted try then, 6 points if the kick goes over. But with not so much time left on the board, attacking line, it could have been an option.
Well, if the scoreboard is accurate, and Hickey, I don't know if it is. Could be me. Then it's a 9-point game. So 3 points here. And then a converted try for 7 points. And Shamrocks win. So that means they have to get this through, and it's a long kick. And then they have to score very rapidly. Otherwise the Warriors will.
In all fairness, when it comes to the tactics, Portavaux have twice now advanced up the field, with the Warriors conceding in the breakdown. Okay, so they were going for the losing bonus point, yeah. So a good first half performance from Portavaux. Congratulations to them for really, really solid counter-attacking in the first half, and great commitment right there at the end. Probably the more active and fitter team towards the end of the second half, running onto the ball. Very clinical in those early stages. Warriors dominating in the scrum. Really looking good in terms of changing the point of attack in attacking play in phases. Missed out on a couple of opportunities to score, but got back in front from a really good blitz early on in the second half, with Anthony Martinez about to be fined heavily for scoring a hat-trick. Standouts for me from Portavaux, definitely the number 8, Stephen Rogers, who had an excellent game. Portavaux line-out in general was really strong. From the Warriors, Mika Nalhi, again, really impressed when he was on the field, and probably the lack of security at the breakdown started when he came off the field for the Warriors. Atsu carried well as always, and Tumpy played well as always. Man of the match for me, Juha Rainvuori.
Sometimes you have to sing to the unsung hero. We had several big plays, lots of shattering hits, and he was always there to protect the ball, always there to play.
Just want to thank our sponsors, the Lazy Fox, Eats, Treats and Meats, not meaning meats the food, meaning meats of people. Get down there today and enjoy a post-game feast. And as always, Aussie Bar, we salute you. want to have a place where you can truly go all out, that is the place. And thank you very much to the referee today, Thierry, the touch judges, and thank you for the crowd for turning up once again and supporting rugby in Finland. All the best to Portable for the rest of the season, and let's keep on keeping on.